Raise it up, why? Raise it up. Raise it up, why? Raise it up. Hey, raise it up, why? Raise it up. Raise it up, why? Hey, raise it up. Hey, raise it up, why? Raise it up. Raise it up, why? Raise it up. North side, raise it up. South side, raise it up. East side, raise it up. West side, raise it up. Raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up. North side, raise it up. South side, raise it up. East side, raise it up. The west side, raise it up. Raise it up, 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 raise it up.
I had my hands around. I had my hands like this, so I went. I was like,
oh man, I love this.
sorry.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey loves, hey loves, hey loves. My name is Wyann Vaughn. I also go by Y. You are tuned in to another amazing episode of Raise It Up Y, the podcast. We are coming at you the final Thursday in the year 2025. Wow. December 2025. In an episode we are calling I Choose Me. Period. Point the blank. Hello. I'll give a certain context to the I Choose Me. Not here though, funnily. For those of you that don't know, my favorite number is 13. My birthday is April 13. We do 13 episodes per year. However, there are only 12 months, and this podcast comes out monthly. So our 13th episode is always New Year's Eve. It's just like this last push of energy and things of that nature. And I'm going to make a note now, as I did it last episode, and I was really proud of myself that I actually came back to something I said I would come back to. Because sometimes I'll be saying, yeah, I'll get to that at the end of the episode. Never do. I'm going to, listen, I'm going to tell you all a pretty personal story. A pretty personal story to culminate this year. Episode 91. That'll be the 13th episode of the year. My 13th episodes of the year are exclusively on currently YouTube and wherever else it will be later on. But I'm just letting you all know that if you strictly only listen to this podcast anywhere it can be consumed, you are missing each of the 13th episodes, as they are exclusively currently only on YouTube. So be sure to run over to come get some of the goodness of the visuals. You know, I do my makeup for you. Haroni Arrangements does the flowers for you. Okay. Put the set together for you. You understand? All right. Kick down doors for you. Even left all my motherfucking hoes for you. Okay, my bad. That was the hip hop portion of this part. But yes, I will be explaining where the title I Choose Me originated in this year. And I think it'll be interesting to see how something that happened at the top of the year, as I revisit it, comes up for us at the bottom of the year, the last day of the year. Coming back into and dropping into this episode, I want to thank everyone for your non-refundable time and energy being a part of Love Culture. The folks that support this podcast are called Loves. We create Love Culture and are a part of the Love Culture community. Let's kind of bake what Love Culture is into explaining what the podcast is real quickly. Anybody who is new here, Raise It Up Y is where OGs kick game to real ones only. We do that using non-corny positivity in hip hop culture from the West Coast to the world. When we say we raise it up, we raise your self-awareness, your vibration, and your capacity for love, which is knowledge. And people who are in love culture are folks who, number one, root themselves by listening to Raise It Up Y, the podcast. 2, They do good for no good reason. And 3, they love and respect all red-blooded humans. Meaning, when you are in love culture, your otherness, whatever you believe is your identity, is way less important to us. If you align yourself with love and you align yourself with the vibration of respect, the vibrations of love and respect are your prereqs to be down with us. And accountability is going to be a part of next year's Can You Be Down With Us? Okay. Letting all these niggas. No, it's a joke. But my bad. That's what I get. See? Karma, instant payment plan. All right. If you guys hear me clear my voice a couple of times, it has been 80 degrees in LA for the last few days. Here in December, I've been at the beach or a park almost every day doing outside workouts just because I can. You know what I'm saying? You got to take advantage of it while it's here. So, you know what? Leaving out at the nighttime after the sauna wasn't smart. Because my pores are all open. I should have had a beanie on. Like, there were just certain things. Because I go in, it's still 80 degrees. And I come out, though. That's what had happened was. So, I'm processing my life with Onet_Ashe, who is behind that camera right there. Susie QZ, What's It Doozy, is with us in spirit as she is working day and night. Also, happy birthday belated when this comes out to our Susie QZ. She will have just had her birthday on the 23rd. Woo and a woo. Susie turns 64 every year until she actually turns 64. Then I believe she'll turn 32. It's something like that. I don't know. We have to work that part out. But everyone who is a part of this journey with us, thank you for being here. I know we've given you a lot of energy right before we've even done the grounding of this episode. But I feel like it's good. We're getting ready for the holidays. Well, we're in holiday season, depending on what you celebrate. It's already happening. How are you? I know you can't respond back to me in real time as I'm recording this, but the beautiful part about brains are they are the first computer. They're the first SIRI. I don't want to say it in case it turns anything on. They are the first Alexa. They are the first that. So I'm just going to ask you again, at whatever time in life that you hear this, how are you right now? Where are you? Not just are you listening to this podcast, or are you in your car? Like, where are you in life? And how is that for you? I'm providing you a little time and space to have like a self-check, if you will, with the sound of my voice right before we get into this grounding. And I'm doing that almost to break the monotony. Man, there's so much noise in life today. There's noise in traffic. There's noise in social media. The kids are forcing me to be a part of this TikTok BS. I was so upset. Did you see I failed last night, right? Trying to go live. It was the biggest effing fail, but we're going to let that happen. What I've told people is I don't enjoy that site because as it comes on, it's just information. It's just blaring sound. And what the country that owns that app thought I wanted to see was police cam unalivings. That was what it sent me to. Like, there's so much noise. Let me go back to that. There's just so much noise. If the spirit of the universe, God, Dio, Allah, everything that creates everything is a still and a small voice, how are we supposed to hear? How are we supposed to hear what's the next message, who we are, what's the next move? How do we know where we are, who we are, and how we are? I know it's a lot to process. I haven't even grounded us in the episode yet, but drop in, bro. Drop in, lock in, like get in here. get in this episode right fast, okay? Let that stew and brew on your mind while we get into this grounding. Take some moments for yourself, all right? Grounding is a therapeutic technique that just separates the type of time you was on before you got here with how you are, where you are when you're here, just to almost ensure you're present when you're in my space. So let's drop in. Take a moment. Be here with me. Hear my voice. Feel your feet. Wiggle your toes. Bring your awareness up through your body and touch your nose. And you're just doing all that just to prove to yourself that you're here. Breathe a breath in. Blow a breath out. Do that again. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Slow down. Take a moment. Own this. You're living. That's a miracle we call life. You are winning just by sitting here living this life and just by spending this time with my voice right now. You're investing into your betterment. I pray that you sit with that and feel proud. Now let's go up. Let's go up. I got a couple things for you. One is a break it down. Two is a high why. And I believe I'm not going to do those in order. I've done like high whys for the last couple episodes, and I keep doing them second for some reason. And I'm tired of that. I'm not going to keep pushing my high whys. All right. High whys are portions of the podcast where loves in the community are able to ask questions that I respond to here so that they kind of have life forevermore. And people could come back and continue to gain value from the pod and anyone else listening. In case you have a question that would be similar to something someone asked, you can also get the benefit of hearing this answer as well. The second segment we're going to do is a break it down. That's the portion of the pod where I uncover the already existing genius of hip hop culture. We're going to do a Wyann's Words of Wisdom, pay some dues and get up out of here. Prior to all of that, y'all, if you are not watching the podcast, all that clanking around that you just heard are my nails by Pristine. Shouts out to my girl, Diane John, my Armenian sister from another mister. And I got goodies from my actual cousin, I Love the Do More Than You Knew, who we will talk about, of course, at the end of the episode. She's always the first pay your dues, but we are unboxing, kids, and let's Eli, aka my Grammy University mentee. Let me just push pause on your little high Y for a second. Whoa, hold on, let me push this mic. Can you see with the camera? Now I'm just being a dick for ASMR. Crunch, 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 said the stuff. It's a joke. Oh, net Zelike. It's a block party, you ho-a-ins. What? The do? You getting your Wait, knock it off. Can I do this? Is that okay? Can I do this? Nah. Wait. Hold on. All right, hold on. Hold the F on. Cause y'all didn't just see what I saw. Wait. Shouts out to FICO. You ain't see what I saw. No, you ain't. Wait. Take this away from me. And I'm using all that paper for my wrapping paper. If you're not watching the pod, pause now and go to YouTube or wherever this pod can be visually captured, because I'm sure we are going to. Onet, can you just see this? Okay, the box of the Do Block Party collection. What does it say over there? Oh my gosh, look at what it says. We run the block. But watch when you open it, though. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Oh! Whoa, cousin Maya Smith, you have outdone yourself. You have outdone yourself. Onet. Whoa. Okay, for everyone that is not able to see, play the block party mixtape. She even. So y'all know I've been doing like music for her. So there's unreleased music you might be able to hear if you use this do code.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay, Onet, I have to get into the episode, but can we keep this here? What are you talking about? Act right. We got some act right. We got some DJ Quick. Seriously? We got some actual block party itself. Spoiler alert, I was supposed to wear my hair curly. It got cold. Like I said, it was 80 degrees earlier, but it got cold. And I started sniffling, trying to keep my hair somewhat wet to do my hair like this. And we're taping way later than we anticipated, all because I was like, no, I need my scalp to be completely dry again. If you stay ready. She got some sculpting wax called Stay Ready. Okay. Because y'all know I have an affinity for the West, which all of this stuff has West Coast implications. Maya herself is a West Coast girl. Let's keep the DJ Quick. Can that go with the scene? Watch this. Let's just so you guys can see it close. Look at this. There's no way that's not the coolest thing I've ever seen. Can I leave that over there? Can this stay? Is it distracting? It's good for the scene? How does it look in camera B?
It's good.
Maya Smith at I Love the Do. More than you knew. Hey, let me tell you something. Wow, that was so exciting for me. That was so much fun. But I just figure it's that time of year people be opening gifts. So I just wanted to do that at the top of the pod. Wow. Well, shit. Let's get into the high why. However we want to do this. At Relish Eli. RELISHELI. My Grammy U mentee. He asks, what up, why? Would you mind sharing your experience in touring? You want to know about all the hoes, huh? What? Oh, no. I tour with my mom, guys. Yeah. Whatever you thought it was, it's not. Oh, funny. Okay, hold up. I have one spot date tour 20 years ago experience. 3 different dates on a small short run of a tour with DJ Quick. When I was 23, now I'm 43. And I be seeing Quick all the time, technically. That's a... Well, let me tell you, I've been on the road with The Emotions. For those of you that might not know Eli, you might be learning this too. Got the best of my love, whoa, whoa. Got the best of my love. That's my mom and aunts. It is our family business. And I, so far, am the now, well, I don't know, outside of my aunts, I am the first generational legacy member in the family to join the emotions. What has touring been like? I don't know if you're ready to hear this. It's really interesting. Touring with your parent. A lot of the experimentation, travel when you get different places, you go certain places and things like that. There's like a really individuated adult type experience that happens usually when you go on tour. And I have had very few of those experiences. I've had very few of those experiences because I have a beautiful mother who is always worried about her very adult daughter. And if we get to a new city, she wants me to stay in my room, go maybe to the gym downstairs in the hotel, but then go right back up. Maybe we can go eat at the lobby, but go right back up. So I've been to a whole lot of cities, but I haven't been a lot of places. You get me? Like, I could tell you more about the hotel in a city than I can tell you about the city. And as a result, it's kind of sad in a way. But then again, the flip side of looking at everything is, how many people get to say that they spent that much time with their parent? All of us who have a finite amount of time on this earth. And case in point, my aunt passed away in 2020. And I spent from 2006 to 2020 being able to share stages with her. It's a gift. Most consistently, like 2009 to 2020. And when she passed, I had so many memories, so many videos, because unfortunately, okay, remember this, my mom is her big sister. So maybe she played little cruel sibling type jokes on her little sister, who is my aunt. So, there's not much I can do, but I have a lot of videos where my auntie Pam was the butt of the joke, and they're very funny for me. So whenever I feel like I miss her, I can always, unfortunately, also laugh at her expense. Yep, I can. Yep. By the way, I'm imitating her. Yep. But touring with a legacy act also provided me the opportunity when I was working on my thesis from ages 27 to 30 in my master's program. I got the opportunity to, as I'm studying hip hop and talking about the influence of all the music that came before hip hop on hip hop, R&B, funk, jazz, but we weren't on tour with many jazz bands. But on the 70s Soul Jam tours, you could find New Birth, my Uncle Leslie, who passed away just this year, maybe 2 months ago. Cuba Gooding Sr., who passed away around the pandemic. Billy Paul, who passed away in 2016. Like, I have these really intimate memories. And just so I'm saying these names, my Uncle Leslie, Will Slim from New Birth, sang a song called Wildflower. Call from the wild, for she's a lady. She's a lady. Cuba Gooding Sr. was with the Made Ingredient. He sang a song, Everybody Plays the Fool Sometimes. And then Billy Paul is most known for Me and Mrs. Jones. We got a thing going on. These were my homeboys on the 70s Soul Jam tour. Cuba Sr. specifically, probably my biggest advocate and my biggest rah-rah partner on those tours, and Billy Paul probably second. So when these guys, Leslie Wilson is like my uncle. I've been singing with him since I was 13 years old in 95. I got some irreplaceable memories. I got to document the wisdom of Harold Melvin's Blue Notes in my thesis. I got to talk with like Ray Goodman and Brown about clearing the sample for New York for Jay-Z, Alicia Keys, and I think Kanye was on there. I'm not sure, but definitely Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. Or Empire State of Mind, New York. Yeah, I can't think of the name of that song. It was that. Yeah. I got to speak with the Delphonics, the Spinners, the Stylistics, the Temptations, Sister Sledge, my second mom, Vesta Williams. Congratulations. I thought it would have been me. Doggone it. She passed too. Auntie Denise Williams. Oh, love. Octave up. Oh, love. Stop making a fool of me. Silly of me to think that I could ever have you as my guy. How I want you. Boo-doo-doo-dee-doo. So in case you know any of those songs, goodness, Auntie Niecy has a hell of a lot of songs though. 'Cause you love me, baby. Oh man. But yeah, getting access to be in a lot of these spaces and places with folks who pioneered the music that hip hop created its identity from. I would not trade that. I know that maybe if I would have toured with a younger group, the Usher or I don't know. I don't know who young people are these days. Gosh, I'd tour with, the Boy Is Mine tour right now, or Brandy and Monica and whoever else. Like, I'm pretty sure Beyonce or somebody. If I would have toured with younger groups, I'm sure I would have a completely separate experience that was just as unique and beautiful. I don't know that I would trade the one that I've had. So I think the positives is everything I told you, and then the drawbacks of the touring world that I know of have been kind of not being able to discover my voice for myself. One, because I'm singing in a group, a Grammy Award winning, platinum selling, worldwide renowned group that it doesn't need my originality. Instead, it needs my authentic portrayal of songs that audience members, generally between 50, 70, maybe 40-year-old, maybe some nostalgic 30-year-olds might be at these shows, but definitely like between 50 and 70 is the age of these people, and they grew up with my parents and their music. Wyann, in that instant, I want to honor my Auntie Sheila as I sing a song of theirs. It's a ballad called Don't Ask My Neighbor. What I want to do is put people as close to their memory of when they first heard the song, or when they first slow danced to that song, or when they fell in love to that song on a dance floor somewhere. I'm supposed to do the song justice by being myself within the vocal, but also not interfering with their memories. It's a very nuanced sort of space for me as an artist and a creative myself, such that as I was discovering who I was as a singer, I would be doing maybe some shows with Terrace Martin or some shows on the R&B live circuit here in Los Angeles. And then I would take some of the little melismas and isms that I had kind of played with on stage in Los Angeles and put it on the next show with the emotions, and it only got in the way. it wasn't necessary. It was an overkill. It was over singing. Biggest lesson: a hit song doesn't need your help. Respectfully, that's not just to my kid Eli. That's to anybody who is covering a legendary song. It doesn't need your help. You need it. It doesn't need you. Respectfully, a hit is a hit is a hit. A smash, even, you know. So show up, be present within the vocal, but don't get in the way of people's memories. And because of that dichotomy or that dynamic, when I get ready to perform my own vocals on my own CDs or my own albums, I'm dating myself right now, but my own original works, my strongest worked out muscle in artistry is showing up but not taking up too much space. So my biggest challenge as an artist has been finding that balance for Wyann. What does she sound like? And here at 43, you know what I'm saying? Still kind of like discovering where that sweet spot is, where it's like, I mean, I could belt that, but does it need that? Like, I'm very respectful of my songs, especially if I write them. Certain songs I write, they're not meant to be sung from your power chakra. They're probably meant to be sung from your heart, or meant to be sung from a rooted place or an intimate second chakra space. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you just have to be really present. When Wyann, you don't have to be anything. You're discovering yourself as well. But what I've found works for me really well is showing up respectfully, as well as finding the sweet spot between being really present and also taking up space without taking a shit on the song. You know what I mean? Like showing your ass on the song. Like, you know, I know that for young people doing a lot of runs, doing a lot of melisms, ad libs and stuff like that, the kind of like what I've called churchy singing, that's like a trend, and it might have started, one vocal coach I heard said that probably started around like the Coco SWV era, and then it kind of just kept going and got bigger legs as a Jasmine Sullivan, let's just say, caught more steam. I even kind of think of all of these folks as well as like Kim Burrell from the Gospel World Sons. That's not the singer that I am. And it's been popular for most of my adult life. So when I go to some place that wants that level of singing, or the Fantasia belt, the J Hudson belt out and stuff like that, it's like, I have to kind of assess and say, okay, what is here for Wyann? Do you have space for my vocal here? And if not, then I need to be on another show. Period. Because I'm not going to damage my gift trying to show up in the way that you think I need to show up. Which, once again, this is a podcast about self-awareness. This is a podcast about learning how to show up and be oneself authentically. And as I keep mentoring Eli, and we have, of course, the light work sessions where it's peer mentoring, professional mentorship and things like that. In all of these spaces, man, that's a topic that's going to keep coming up, because it doesn't matter if you're an artist, if it doesn't matter if you're a girlfriend or, a partner or a CEO. You're going to have to find that balance, that pretty balance in life as well. It's going to continue to happen if you do it right, Thank you for the question, Eli. I hope that gave you some insight. And I already explained what a break it down is. We're going to go shimmy over to that part of the episode. Just so y'all know, I Choose Me from not only a Kendrick song, which we are about to uncover genius in right now. It's also the deeper meaning that I'm going to process out for episode 91. So if this episode goes off, it should automatically just drop you in to the next episode. So hopefully you'll stick around to hear about the personal reason for the title of this particular pod. Let's look at this Kendrick song, right? The song is called Mirror. It's the final song on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I believe that came out 2022. And he has a rap at the end of the song. He's kind of singing the whole time. Pressures in the morning, I'm back to dun 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 and then on a daily view. And you can't grow in. I didn't live in the matrix. Dun, 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 dun. So I don't know if you guys are familiar. If you're not, go look up the song Mirror by Kendrick Lamar. It's the final song on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. If they didn't end up adding the Heart Part 5. I think in some of the deluxe albums, they ended up adding the Heart Part 5. So of the original Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, this is the final song. Right after he raps, though, I think the last line of the rap is, I'ma follow my heart. I'm moving away from the culture to follow my heart. Something like that or whatever. But yeah, girl is toxic, mosh pit. I just baby you need me. I didn't copy any of those parts or whatever. That's why I'm like, but yeah, he's just saying I won't be able to, you know, show up for you guys. I have to, you know, do what's for me. And he has a little singing part right before the hook comes back in. And he says, I realized true love is not saving face, but unconditional. When will you let me go? I trust you'll find independence. If not, then all is forgiven. Sorry I didn't save the world, my friend. I was too busy building mine again. I choose me. I'm sorry. The only thing I would change if I was ever to touch Pulitzer Prize pen pulling Kendrick, if I was to edit him, I choose me not sorry. I am not sorry. If I choose me, that's the most noble thing I'll ever do, right? So, true love is not saving face. That's ego. There's no way to love and do love for real and not be vulnerable. Vulnerable takes courage. You wouldn't need courage if you were cool. Ego is cool. Playing the game, knowing the answers is cool. And I said this a couple episodes ago and it really struck some people, so I'm going to say it again here. My understanding of the emotion cool is that it's the emotional straitjacket. When you're too cool, you are truncating, you are cutting yourself off, you are choking and suffocating your ability to feel. And what makes you human is your ability to feel. So you're cutting yourself off from your humanity by being cool, which is saving face. And Kendrick says, I realize that true love is not saving face, but rather it's unconditional. So if I'm yours, you have to let me go. Remember that I was singing all those the songs from the Butterfly album? Yeah. The title of the album is called Butterfly. This is all in like the BTS. So if you're like a Love subscriber on Patreon or Insta, you'll see some of this stuff because we had some funny ones tonight. But the Butterfly song by Mariah Carey back in the 90s says, when you love someone so deep that they become your life, something. I can't find that lyric right there. Lonely, I had imagined I could keep you under glass, but I understand to have you, I must open up my hands and let you fly. Spread your wings and prepare to fly. You have become a butterfly. Oh, spread your wings and fly. Butterfly, if you should return to me, then we truly were meant to be. But until then, it's spread your wings and fly, butterfly. And that's what he's saying right here. If this is meant to be, you know, you have to let me go. Because then it means I would find my way back to you. You know what I'm saying? The next line of the Kendrick stanza, I trust you'll find a dependence, because when you sever ties from the thing you thought was making you whole, you finally get to differentiate yourself from your host, if we're looking at you like the parasite, or your addiction for them, whatever the person is, whatever the situation is. Most people, it's with your money, with your job, with your accolades, with your ego. Once you separate from that and you get to see what's actually differentiated and there with just you, that's the beginning of your journey towards independence. Every adult is not an independent. Every person that votes independent isn't independent, respectfully. Independence is being individuated away from and separated from and differentiated from anything you would believe is your reason to fly, is your reason for flight. I'm aging myself again, but Dumbo's feather. If you've ever seen the Disney movie Dumbo, it was an elephant with big old ears who could fly, but he had no confidence and was swindled into thinking that if he held this feather with his trunk, that was the reason that he could fly. And by the time the movie's ending, he loses the feather, but muscle memory, he's in the air. And someone had to tell him, Dumbo, you're flying. You're flying. And he's like, no, I'm not going to make it because I'm not holding that feather. It's like, no, but you're flying though. We're in the sky. I'm having I'm a bird. And I'm having a conversation with you in the sky. That's when you have reached independence. Whatever you think you need is your master. You are officially codependent with. And that's for the anxious attachers. If you're an avoidant attacher, you're not codependent, you're counterdependent. And in counterdependence, you're just as unstable because you don't recognize that you're free by yourself. You look at proximity and closeness to another like a threat. So therefore, that threat is what's owning you. Your inability to experience intimacy, that owns you. To be secure, to be independent, to be differentiated, it means coming back to the middle, recognizing the beauty of any relationship while understanding there's no necessity of it, right? You can function and be well with or without it. So I'll trust you'll find independence. And if not, I still forgive you. Sorry I didn't save the world, my friend. I was just too busy building mine again. Respect. Mr. Kendrick Lamar, I choose me. I'm sorry. You guys have to go back to that album because y'all did it dirty. Most of y'all said you didn't mess with it. It wasn't your cup of tea because he wasn't. Where's the bangers? Where's this and that? Boy, knock it. Boy, knock it. Hear me. Everything in that album whooped the most famous rappers butt all 2024. That was me sipping my tea, which isn't tea. It was big water. Let's head into the Let's head into the Wyann's words of wisdom. We're hearkening back to episode 17's Wyann's words of wisdom. And I had my little brother on that episode, my baby brother, shouts out to Wava, Wyann Vaughn, at Wava Life, WAV as in Victor, ALIFE, F as in Frank, Wava Life. And I'm choosing to hearken back to this episode, one, because every episode this year, 2025, we have popped back to episodes in the past so that you all could see what we've covered in our history for people like Eli, who has only recently met me because of the Grammy University program with mentorship and might not realize that we've covered imposter syndrome, that we've covered what does leading with love look like, that we've covered episodes with both my mom and my dad. So you're learning about the origin stories of Best of My Love and Let's Groove. There's so much in our 7 years of this podcast that we've covered. I like to continue to throw things back, and this episode is no different. My baby brother, Wyann Vaughn, and I had an amazing talk about how he was starting his business at the time. And I had a light work a couple days, well, about a week ago from when I'm taping this. No, it's just some days ago. It wasn't even a week. And Eli was in there. Meditainer was in there. Cam from Love Culture was in there. And what we spoke about was where each of us were, especially where things like artistry was concerned, because everybody on the call was an artist. And Eli, our very new love, was talking about all the things that he thought he wanted to do. And it went into, very quickly, it went from creating the song to the merch, the touring, the flights, the fees. And it was just so big. Everything got so big so fast. And I said at that moment, it was just this past Sunday, I says, I have to go back to the you can't chase two dogs running. Let's revisit this. You can't chase two dogs running. It's physically impossible. You can go back to episode 17's Wyann's Words of Wisdom with Warren from Wava Life, and you can, see the full example of everything that I spoke about on there. However, for us artists, for the creatives, even if you're not an artist, you might be a producer, you might not look at yourself like an artist, creative, however you are creative, all my photographers, all my colorists, DPs, whatever your thing is, key grips, boom mic holders and shit. You understand me? All you, I need you to know you're a creative. And what I was imparting to my light workers in Love Culture was that one of the most challenging aspects to mentoring or teaching creatives is that their minds can and generally will come up with a bunch of ideas. They'll start a lot. Results will be few. The follow through is so abysmal a lot of the time. And it's why a lot of creatives have handlers. They have managers, they have teams and things like that. And most people be like, man, I need a team. In today's climate of how to be an artist, you are a solopreneur, not an entrepreneur, a solopreneur. Nigga, it's just you. Okay? It is one homie. You're the homie, right? And what's happening is you have to prove to yourself that you can show up and will show up for yourself. Posting daily, regardless of how many clicks, likes, reshares, comments you get. Yes, it's going to take you looking like you're just shouting into the oblivion, Like nothing's happening for you. Right. Keep doing it. Keep being consistent. Set yourself up a schedule. Partying all night, sleeping all throughout the day, smoking all of the weed, drinking all of the drink, fucking all of the whores, whatever gender they are. Hello? All of that is the rock star life you think you want to live, but when you are doing the grunt work, all that tells me is you're undisciplined and you're an investment that I won't see a return on. If I were a record company, if I were a manager looking for a business partner with a creative, I need you to hear me. Nobody is shitting on you. Nobody doesn't believe in you. We just need to see the results. This is the Jerry Maguire show me the money portion of the pod. Just show me the money. Just show me the money. I'm not saying you can't do. Just show me. Just show me. So you have to show you. You have to show me and yourself that you can make the posts, possibly daily, that you can find the ways to keep your mind stimulated, that you can keep a roof over your head in Los Angeles and not just think that, oh, but I'm an artist. I just moved out here and, Hollywood is supposed to come calling me because I have great ideas. No. People go to Hollywood. Hollywood doesn't go to people. Respectfully. Right? Just like you came to LA. LA didn't come to you. Respectfully. Right? What you're going to realize is, especially my young men, can I be honest for a second? This podcast was developed for helping to introduce young men who identify with hip hop culture to their self-worth. Let me speak very candidly. There's a lot of reason for young men to feel disconnected, dissociated, underappreciated, swept under a rug, and lost in today's society. I'm listening to podcasts on it. I'm doing a little bit more research on it before I speak on it fully. But what I do know is from some of the leading researchers in that field, men in America right now aren't doing so good. Young men particularly. They feel lost. They feel disconnected. They are armored up. Shouts out to Young Fly and Flashy. They are armored up, too proud to ask for help. And even if they were humble enough to ask for help, it's unsure where they would find it in their proximities. So, young men are under a different type of unique stealth attack. And a part of becoming an incredible artist, in my opinion, comes from being a whole person. And I know that we have some examples of our great musicians, great artists who were kind of despicable a little bit in their personal lives. And I get that because talent is talent, and God gifts it to who he gifts it to and how he gifts it. And that's just what it is. Universe, God, however you guys want to look at it. I don't push any, agendas over here. But in all of that, right, there's also this human that's either keeping their head above water, making a way when they can. You know what I'm saying? That's the lyrics to Good Times, by the way, in case anybody didn't know. Wow. How many times am I going to date myself? But anyways, in this particular episode, that wasn't my era. That's like 2 generations before me. So let it be. Let it be. 1 generation before me, respectfully. 2. Fuck it. It is what it is. But the idea is, being an artist is amazing for these young men in hip hop or wherever else, whatever genre you want to be a creative in. Being able to pat your back pocket and have money for yourself, live a life that you can feel proud of, have dignity within yourself, that's something that transcends money. That's something that transcends music. That's something that transcends artistry. That's your ability as a man to feel like a man. Does having money make you a man? Absolutely not. Feeling proud of the human you are and being able to take care of yourself over the age of 18 does make you an adult, though. And the only reason I'm really honing in on the gentleman is because the stats aren't as staggering for young ladies. Again, I'm still in the research process, so I don't want to rattle off from memory some hazy halfway data. Let me do more research on this, but it's out there. HOWES. Hose? How do you say that last name? HOWES. I think his name is Lewis Hose or Howes, maybe. I'm not sure how to say that last name, but his podcast episode with the leading researcher on that from UCLA. It's a white man with glasses, older. He was on Bill Maher later in the episode. He had to leave to go on that episode. I can't see these gentlemen's names. I can see their faces because I know which video I was listening to. But my point is, the research doesn't say the same thing for young ladies. The research says that young men are having a tough go at life. And because my podcast reaches over 80% young men, and just men in general, I say young because I think you're as young as you feel. But I would encourage, just me, I would encourage any of you that are doing this artistry thing, that are doing this whole music, acting, entertainment, creation thing. It's awesome, right? To have your product out in the market space. Being an actor, being a singer, being a, whatever you might be as a creative. All that's really dope. Having the dignity of being a self-sufficient adult is also important, because guess what's also happening while you're pursuing your career in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s? You're fucking, okay? You're falling in love or lust. You're making connections. And when you think that the girl you want doesn't want you because you're not making enough money, you're actually wrong. Sometimes, and it depends on the kind of girls that you're going for, respectfully. But what I'm saying is, for a lot of the young ladies I mentor and who I know, it's not, I need a millionaire, I need a 6-figure nigga. It's not that. It's, I need someone who is pulling their weight as much as I am. I get out here and I hustle because there's no excuse for me in all of this. And I need to know that I'm not going to date someone who's partially married to his mom still, while I'm trying to partner up with him. Or someone who is so avoidant and removed and cold and icy because it's, fuck bitches get money in his head, such that all he sees me for is pussy. That's not fun either, right? And however you have sex and whoever you have sex with, I'm just, change this stuff as you need to. But the information still is solid, right? Being a full person is a goal of any of ours. And I would encourage, as you are a young artist, creative, you can't chase 2 dogs. You're not going to get the brand partnership deal while you're looking for the mix and master engineer for your album. That's you set your sights too large, too wide. Focus in on task 1, maybe through 6. Get ready to complete. Once you get to the 4th thing completed of the 6, you can map out maybe 4 more, 5 more things. But make progress. Get things done. That way your brain knows when it's time to stop doing this thing and maybe start working out. Because guess what? Being young and popping and going on all these tours, but you have type 2 diabetes because you drink and smoke and fucking. No, that's not going to work either. You still have to be a whole human. We need people to start taking that side of this artistry thing just as seriously. Because if you think life is playing with you, you haven't met your 30s yet. Your 20s is like adolescence part 2. And maybe you did it right or maybe you didn't. Let you keep playing in them 30s though. Let you keep playing in them 30s. God bless your 40s. And I'm telling you, 3 years into my 40s, this decade is not joking with anyone. It's not joking with my lower back. It's not joking with my hip flexors. The fuck? I'm sitting on a donut right now. No, I don't have an ass implant. It's just because my lower back hurts. Okay. I have to say that because some of the loves know. I told this story last night on live. My one of my doctors thought I got the ass surgery. Respectfully, they thought I got a fat transference because I've been in the gym. And he met me at this time last year, and he was like, "You didn't look like that." I'm like, "I know, doc. I found myself again. I had to choose me. Not sorry." And you know what? Before I get up and mother love and go, well, thank you, bang. It's a meow day. I don't know. I'm trying to listen. Pay Your Dues is the portion of the pod where I tell you about cool mofos I think you need to know. I think you need to know about. All right. I gave a whole lot of energy to this I Love the Do situation. This character called my cousin at ILOVETHEDOUX at I Love the DOUX on all platforms. My cousin Maya Smith is the head, the lead, and the MC, the master of curl that runs the block. Clearly, because this block party collection, cousin, you outdid it. And I definitely gave DJ Quick his box. And the only person in the world who has that video is my cousin. Sorry, Quickie, I did not tell you I was going to send that video out. But you know you trust me. It is what it is. Literally, when he was opening it, he was like, wait, whoa. But I was taping and I'm trying to make sure I get the right angle. I didn't see what he was seeing. And I never went back to look at the video. I just sent it to Maya. Man, listen, this is beautiful. Oh. This is so beautiful. We run the block. The newest collection is called Block Party, and it has a few amazing items in it, including an anti-humectant spray named after one of my greatest friends, David Blake, aka DJ Quick. So make sure you hit up TheDoux.com. I think they're exclusively selling these there for now. So if you're in the holiday season, for now, this is the only place you will find them. And then I believe, possibly in a few weeks within the new year, you'll be able to get it at the Targets, the Sally's, the Walgreens, the everywhere else that she sells her stuff. All right? Cause heavens to Murgatroyd. Man, my mouth watered when I was opening this. I don't know if you saw. Part 2. There's something that has happened since the last episode. And there's something that's happened for the first time in Wyann being alive. 43 years. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 43 years. I've never had my ears pierced. Until I met P. At OPA_collection. At OPA_collection. If you look at this right here. Also, these rings are all OPA collection as well. And these bracelets, actually. I'm just ripping. I have other jewelry on that you can't see. She made it too. Anyways, y'all, I got my ears pierced as a grown human. And I was like, are you... I mean, like, seriously? This was at night. This is past Saturday night. And like there were like a whole bunch of people, like they saw me, like they didn't know why I was so nervous. So there were people that started stopping. So it was about 16 people that were around. They was, you can do it. I was like, so I FaceTime quick. I was like, something's happening. He was like, you not going, because he's known me my whole, he's known me 20 years. He was like, no way. I'm taping this. So he puts on the FaceTime recorder or whatever. And he said, when it all got done, he sent me a couple things. He said, it was so refreshing to see you turn 20 years younger in that moment. He said, that's the face I remember. Like when I first met you, I'm like, man, I was nervous. He said, but you did so good. I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you. So just so you guys know, OPA_collection is run by my homegirl, Paulette. We call her P in Love Culture. She gifted me the story behind these earrings. I tell you this. The story behind these earrings is we have she's a faith-based woman. You know what I'm saying? Wife, mother, Latina, woman-owned company. And I went there on that Saturday, and she said, I knew I was going to see you today. I said, how? She said, I got some white gold, 18 karat, heart-shaped diamond earrings that I didn't order. They weren't on my order sheet. I'm not even supposed to get packages today. It came randomly. Like there was a package that came randomly of things that she did order. She said, and these were just in there. And when I saw the hearts, now mind you, I used to keep a necklace right here. You guys go back to any of the previous episodes. There was one right here with like hearts on it. I popped that one. Wyann, I'm hard on gold. I'm learning. Me and gold are developing a relationship, but I am hard on gold. Anyways, I popped that shit. And I went back and I got these, my upgrades and stuff like that. But I was like, you don't have nothing with like the hearts anymore? She was like, she said, it's because I get in the sauna so much, that hot. Yeah. So, and it's expanding, contracting, and it just makes it brittle. And she's like, I'm gonna give you some thicker. So she purposely got me some thicker ones. And like, she's like, we're gonna see how this does. She's like, and if this is not it, she's like, I have one more option for you. She's like, it looks really good on you. I don't want you to not have it. I said, girl. And I said, I can't not be in the sauna. I'm over here sweating literally my ass off, respectfully. So the idea is, hello. She said that she had gotten those and they weren't even on her order sheet. And she said, I know who these are because this is going to put her hearts back in. Like I've had those hearts since my first purchase from her, May 1st. Since May 1st, I've had hearts. So when that chain popped, I haven't had my hearts from her. And I was like, I'm okay. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I was crying. And so then when she saw these, she was like, I know who these are going to. And that same day, I popped up on her just to say hi. She said, "You're kidding me." She's like, "You're getting your ears pierced tonight." I said, "Excuse me." She's like, "You said that we could do it possibly around the holidays." I'm like, "But yeah, it's not the holidays." She's like, "Wyann, there's like a tree, there's like wrapped lights and stuff." I'm like, "Oh, then maybe I can." And I was so nervous. And all my little aftercare, I've been doing my little stuff. I've not slept on my sides in days, and I'm a side sleeper. I'm a tough side sleeper. So it's been rough. But the same doctor that thought I got a BBL, I had bought his ergonomic neck pillow. So I've been sleeping on my back comfortably. I only have a crick in this neck. So number 3, Haroni arrangements. Hello. HARONI dot, right? It's not underscore. It's a dot. Haroni arrangements. You know why I'm asking this one right here? Because she's the CEO and founder. Haroni arrangements. This is eucalyptus, no?
Yeah.
Because it has it smelling so good, and it's doing my sinuses good. I hope I'm not sounding crazy on here. This is only the second time in Raise It Up Why history where I've had something like going on. The first one was the viral clip of the AI. I said, "Y'all are AI." We had to stop. I had to blow my nose that episode.
Yep.
That's the only. I'm a healthy bitch. Okay, that's not the way that we're going to talk about Haroni, but I just want you guys to know that's pretty good for 90 episodes, and this is the second that I can remember having a sniffle. So back to Haroni arrangements. HARONI arrangements makes and curates some of the most special celebratory arrangements for florals in the Southern California regions that you will ever see. She has worked with brands like Raise It Up Why, Phil's Coffee, which I'm addicted to, and Cal State LA, and is working with other amazing folks as well. But one of my favorite Haroni experiences is making and creating an incredible Haroni arrangement for Andre Mego's his album listening party, which was that last Tuesday? It was two back, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, yes, 2 weeks ago. So Andre Mego has a new album out, Scent of a Woman. I get to outro said album, and as we were doing his LA listening party, Onet came through with the Haroni arrangements, and it was so beautiful. But by the time everyone was leaving, because Andre had only flown in for a day, everyone left with like a rose, something gorgeous and beautiful. I gave Quick his rose and everything. He was very happy about it. But everyone had something that they left with. And Il Camille was like, she got the bulk of it because she got the big arrangement. But I just know it was a peony. Those smelled so good, like Bath and Body Works. They're huge. I think I'm gonna have that as a wedding flower. I'm pretty sure. They only come out in the winter? No, right? Other times too. Okay. Well, she's gonna do my wedding, so what does it matter? Not to confuse any of you, I'm saying when that happens. This is still. Don't worry about it. However, Haroni arrangements, Haroni dot arrangements is my third shout out. Fourth shout out for Pay Your Dues is Love Culture, as always. That Wyann's Words of Wisdom, nope. Raise It Up, Woman Winnin in the West, hello. That we put out in the first 13 of the year is still available as an ebook. It will be coming to you as an audiobook very soon. But I put that out there to say, for Eli and anyone else who wants to know about not just my adventures in touring or things like that, but other lessons that I've learned along the way in the music industry. I've shared 13 deep lessons about how to build legacy as a lady in the industry. If you want to do it as a different thing, there's other ways to do that too. But as a lady, and I think it's really important for any gendered person to pick the book up, because the lessons are the lessons. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who you are, because there are lessons like knowing when to stay and knowing when to go. Knowing when you're safe in a setting around people who might be turning up all night, using illicit drugs, and, maybe asking for certain things outside of the scope of your art to happen in a space. Like, I don't care what ethnicity, what genre of music, what gender you are, those are just really important lessons to me for people to kind of pick up. And I just give you a couple of things from what's happened in my world. So there is that. Also, Sunday Funday lyric video. It's up, ish popping, as Cardi B would say. Cardi had one of my favorite albums of the year still. I still shake my rear end like this to it. Very good. Last and not least, at Raise It Up Y, RAISEITUPWY, and the love say, rockets up on these hoes. This has been a year. Again, I'm going to talk about this. I'm not even going to get nostalgic at the end of this episode, because we're going to do the 15-minute little episode for the 13th episode of the year, the 91st episode of the year. But what I will say in this portion of the pod is, if you've been rocking with us for all of 25, congratulations. This was a year for the books. They say in Chinese calendar, this was the year of the snake. So you shed anything that wasn't serving you. I don't know if some of y'all remember at the end of last year, going to the top of this year, the word in love culture was release. And I didn't even know about the whole year of the snake thing. I just listened to so much, like self-betterment stuff. People have brought it up, not just like in podcasting. People have brought it up in the collegiate space. People have brought it up in horoscope space. People have brought it up in like several different places. Like, well, it's that year of the snake. I'm like, got you. So some snakes got exposed. And some of us, we just shed old skin. And my prayer for all of you is that you shed the version of you that attracted and or entertained any distractor in your world. I'm praying that you shed that version of you in 2025, because 2026, baby, it's a new year. It's numerically a 1 year. It is renewal, new beginnings, and it's 13 times 2. I'm acting up twice as crazy with half the waist. You. I'm excited. I'm excited for next year, but I'm excited to be here right now. So without further ado, let me pop on out of here and get ready for the 91st episode with my girl Onette. If you've made it here, thank you for rocking, and stay real, y'all. Boom cat, down, bow, wow, wow. Winnie, wow.
Raise it up, why? Raise it up. Raise it up, why? Raise it up. Hey, raise it up, why? Raise it up. Raise it up, why? Hey, raise it up. Hey, raise it up, why?